Hello, happy day 17 of the ABC challenge. Can you believe it? We are on letter Q today. Thanks to everyone in the live chat joining in. Always good to see you and chat live with you guys. And if you're watching this on the replay, definitely enjoy the video and know that there are all the letters prior to this that you can catch up on. And if you're new to the challenge, then head over to the info in the description. You can find information there. Everything's happening on Instagram, but we are enjoying this extra goodness here on YouTube. So thanks for joining me. And as always, we'll start off with the lowercase version. I will go through the strokes and then we'll do uppercase and then some example names. So hi everyone, good to see you guys. Happy Sunday night if you are here in the Western Hemisphere, or happy Monday morning. It looks like a lot of you guys are logging in from afar. Okay, a couple of ways to do the Q, the lowercase q. So I'm going to show you kind of just a simple version here. Okay, lots of strokes for what seems like a relatively simple letter. So we have our entrance stroke and stopping below the waistline because we're connecting that to a curve stroke. Full pressure stroke, and it's like a backwards descending stem loop. We're looping back and then we're exiting with an exit stroke. And note that just like with the descending stem loop, as you approach that second descender line, that's when you're going to taper off. Okay, so before you get to this area here, you want to taper off about here, somewhere in between that first descender and second descender. You want to go from your full pressure and get thinner and thinner till you're back to a hairline. Okay, some other variations you can do. I've been loving this one like for the past year, where after your oval, you just make a full pressure stroke and you actually stop at the first descender and then you just start up here. That's why we lift our pen with an exit stroke. Okay, it's really compressed and shorter, but I just really like that version. And some other fun ones, you can get really modern with it. You can loop around. I used to do this one all the time. So I don't know that I love it so much because it's kind of awkward when coming back up here, but nonetheless a variation. And you can go down with a full pressure stroke, come back up. Not sure what I was doing with that one, but I was just coming back a little bit more straight up and then coming out there with an exit stroke. So as always, let me know which one's your favorite, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or maybe you have another variation that you can share with me on Instagram. And then let's go to the capital. Oh gosh, so if you follow me on Instagram, I posted on my stories that the Q is my nemesis because it is so difficult. So starting with your oval versions here, and then that, for me, dreaded number 2, maybe you like this version. So let's see. So for the first basic letter Q, okay, let's do an oval, and we're going to go backwards counterclockwise. So that might be a little bit different than what you're used to, but what's going to happen is you're going to, and you can start actually down here. I'll do that on a different version of a name. But lately I've been liking starting at the top, and then I immediately add pressure as I go down. And then the thickest part of your oval is going to be in this area. And then you're going to taper back off to a hairline at the bottom. And then you can just simply cross, well, it's not really a cross, it's more like a tail. Okay, and the only thing that I try to keep in mind with this tail is I try to make sure there's enough space here, and I want it to kind of mirror the space in here. Okay, just sticking with that consistency. And look, I didn't break this up into 2 strokes, but pretty simple, right? You can kind of see. So let's do another variation of this where it's very similar to the O that we did a few days ago. So into our full pressure, and instead of finishing that loop, come in slightly with like a secondary pressure, and then come back around to the top here, and you're going to extend a little bit further, add some pressure, and then enter back into the space, and then add your tail. Okay. All right, let me peek who's in the chat. I see, hi Mitchie, familiar people. Isella and Mikey are here. Canadian Music Pulse, what's your name? I've been seeing you lately. Thanks for joining in. Raj is here. Vanessa, T. O'Dare. Did I say that right? Audra Angel. Did I say Vanessa already? Okay. Thank you guys. All right, let's do the number 2 version. So this part, I'm going to just kind of go right into it because you do it in one stroke. So I'm going to do a counterclockwise stroke, add pressure on the downstroke, and then come back around, add some pressure here, hit the baseline to the left, and just, it's a hairline for the remainder of that stroke. So the things to note here are ovals. So we have an oval here, you have a larger oval here. Do you guys see that? This is an oval, and you can pretty much fit an oval here. It's like the right side of an oval. So now that I've written all over that, let me do it one more time. So start in the middle of that last ascending space, that last ascending unit. Put a slight bit of pressure, but then you're going to put the most pressure on that downstroke, that second part of the oval. And then another thing to keep in mind is you want to make sure that the left side of this oval shape you created is aligned with this loop here. So this is actually a little bit too far out. I want it to be parallel to my slant line. Do you guys see that? See how if I connect the outside of these two here, the line it creates is not parallel to my slant line. So let's try it again one more time. So a little bit of pressure. Okay, and I'm purposely using this slant line here to try and keep my strokes aligned. Let me know if you're in the chat or if you're watching this on the replay. Thumbs up if you like this version, and I'm going to say it, thumbs down if you're not really loving it, or if you're like me and you don't want to have any negative vibes, then you can just comment below, not my cup of tea, not my favorite. I'd love to hear from you. And then this version here, I'm just starting out extending that loop and then entering into the regular version. So it's just kind of flourishing the remaining, the beginning part of that cue. Okay, so thumbs up or thumbs down, or let me know if you're not loving it or if you are gonna try it. That would be like ideal if you don't love it, but you're willing to give it a try. Okay, so as always on Instagram, I asked you guys for names that begin with Q. So let's go right in. I got a ton of names. I was so surprised because Q is kind of tricky. Okay, so for the first one, let's do Quinn. And if you guys notice, I kind of have been ending that first stroke of the oval at the baseline. I like lifting up my pen because I taper off and then I lift and then I come back in and then I finish the right side of that oval. Okay, so letter Q is a little bit, it's not a capital letter to connect to your next stroke, so I'm not going to do that here. Okay, super simple, nice and easy. Okay, for another one, let's do Quentin. I think that was definitely a given because that was the first Q name I thought of myself. And the downstroke on this tail, you want to keep that on the slant line. Okay, so that's definitely on purpose. Ooh, and this is a fun name because watch what I'll do with the T. Quinn. So you can either flourish. Okay, so for starters, I'm just going to do a simple flourish. I'm just going to extend the crossbar on my T. But if you wanted to, you could bring out to this end. And you can cross it here. That way. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me kind of go lightly in pencil. You can cross it this way, or you can cross it from above and then down this way. Hopefully I have some names where I have a T to cross. Let's see. Ooh, this is super unique. Kiana. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's QE, it's not QU, which most names have that U, right? I think it's like a rule, right? So it's fun when we can break rules. Okay, Yana. Okay, let's just flourish the A a little bit for fun. Oh, we have some people not loving the number 2. You're like me. I hope I didn't influence you guys, but it's just the truth, right? Okay, lots of Quinn suggestions. How about, oh, okay, this is interesting. It's a Mayan bird, Quetzal. I hope I said that right. And I'm excited because it has a T. So let's try to do that example I did earlier. Q-U-E. Oh, this is tricky because there's an L also. Okay, so I'm going to make the L. Let's just keep the T simple, shall we? Okay, lots of... Did I do Quincy yet? No, I didn't do Quincy. Okay, let's try to flourish that capital little. And by the way, who here was in my letter P demo yesterday? Oh my gosh, what an experience doing a live... stream from a family member's house. I totally put them on the spot and said, hey, I'm supposed to go live. Do you have a space for me? Thankfully, that's a cousin and her son who are super supportive of all of this. So it was they were super understanding and accommodating. My only regret is that because I didn't plan very well, I was a little flustered, and it was sad that I didn't have my usual setup and everything. I could have come more prepared. Okay, I have no idea how to say this, but it's really pretty. Quintanilla. Ooh, we have that double L. My little, I don't know that it's a secret, but what I like to do with double L's is I like to make one a little bit taller than the other. Just because it takes away the pressure from trying to make them super exactly the same. So just a kind of a tip, but not really. I don't know that that's a tip, but more like just sharing what I do. Okay, Qantas, interesting. Okay, let's try to squeeze in. I think I can squeeze in 2 more. Lots of Quincy's. Oh, okay, this is like Quinn, but it says a Vietnamese name. So I'm gonna squeeze this one in. Okay, as we're nearing the end here, you guys, I'm gonna ask you my question of the day. I've been wanting to do that forever with my regular videos, so let's start it here. Okay, wait, let me finish this. And I've been asking you guys a couple of questions in previous videos, but for today, I want to know, what is the hardest name you've ever seen before? Like the most complicated, or the most, and tell me why it's hard, the most difficult to write or to pronounce, or just like something, you know, you've never seen before. Uh-oh, I'm looking for a short Q name. Okay, here's one. Quan. Okay, so. Oh, I almost forgot what I was doing. So yeah, so that's my question of the day. What is the most complicated, difficult to say, pronounce, write out name that you've ever seen, heard, or maybe your own name is the hardest that you've ever seen before? I'm gonna have to think about my own answer to that question. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love if you'd give it a thumbs up if you're watching this on the replay. And if you're enjoying this, please let me know. I love your feedback, and it just helps direct future videos and directions. And again, if you're new, check out the info below for the, how to participate in the challenge. I'd love to see your work, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Letter R. I will see you, and hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Take care. Bye-bye.